Hello, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 26th through January 1st. This is going to be for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to see what's coming up here for you all. Keep in mind this is a general reading. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to see what is coming up here for the Cancerian Collective. Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle. All right, let's get right on into it. And move you all just a little bit closer. So the first card that's coming up here for the collective is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can come up in a few different ways. It is a card that can be seen as competition, like there's a lot of competition. There may be like people arguing or disagreeing, but there's a sense of competitiveness a lot of the times with this Five of Wands. Five of Wands can also be a level of like indecision or inner struggle. And that is the energy I'm leaning towards here for the Cancerian Collective, because when I was shuffling your cards, they were a little bit chunky. I guess it's kind of like hard for me to describe, but they were not shuffling like super smooth. And so for me, if I'm shuffling cards and the cards seem like they're getting stuck, or they're like knocking into each other, they're not flowing smoothly, that tells me that there could be something that you're feeling conflicted about. Like you're kind of on the fence about something, you're going back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? And so, that being said, that makes me think that the Five of Wands for the collective, for the majority of you, is you're going to be feeling conflicted about how to move forward in a situation. And I'll tell you also, keep in mind you all are very, very, very sensitive to moon energy, and probably more so than a lot of the other signs, you and Pisces. But that being said, we had the new moon in Capricorn very recently. And so this is energy that's making us more aware of our dreams and kind of filling us with this desire to make these dreams happen, to actually figure out a logical way and a logical plan to make these things real. And so maybe some of you have an inner struggle about that. Maybe you have some dreams and you're like, but I don't know how people are going to feel about it. Or I don't know if it's like okay for me to do it because it's very different from like my upbringing, or it's very different from what I've been devoting my life to, or what I've been doing up until now. Or there could be a sense or a feeling where you're feeling the struggle around what you're wanting to do, and you're wanting to do what you're wanting to do because the new moon in Capricorn is pushing you to say, hey, these are your dreams, these are your hopes, these are your inspirations, let's do something about this. And now you're like realizing, wow, okay, my logic is kicking in here, my planning is kicking in here, and I can see that I could actually do these things. I'm seeing that there is a logical path that I can take to make these things a reality. And when it starts to become real, you're like, oh my gosh, but could I really do it? Should I really do it? So I feel there's this inner conflict in that way. The next card that's coming up here for the collective is the Ten of Swords. Okay. So Ten of Swords is a card that can come up when we're closing out of karmic cycles, like something has come to an end, something has come to a close, and it's done. It's like permanently done. It's not going to resurface again. It's not going to come back again. Now, this could be very positive, and as I said, the ending of a karmic cycle. Ten of Swords can also indicate a time of coming into sobriety, like permanent, real, stable sobriety. Because sobriety can be a bit of a roller coaster, and it can be, I don't know if I want to say hit and miss, but it can definitely be something that takes several tries, right? There are very few people who are going to say, okay, I'm kicking the habit, and then that's it. They never fall off the wagon ever again. That's maybe one in a million. Most people fall off and get back on, and fall off and get back on. And the Ten of Swords is like you're coming into this consistent sobriety, where like you're gonna have this long term, like you're figuring out what works for you and you're sticking with it. Now, for some of you, this is more so in terms of going through like a drama detox. A drama detox. So I feel maybe some of you are finding that you're going through a detox of like a certain vibration, a certain energy, and maybe you liked certain dramatic things before that you saw as juicy or interesting or as entertainment. You know, like maybe you didn't like get involved with people's drama, but you loved to hear about it, or you just wanted to know what was going on. Maybe you liked certain kinds of movies or certain kinds of entertainment, and now you're finding that it's exhausting to you, or it's not appealing to you anymore. So I feel some of you are going through like a toxic detox, a drama detox, in terms of like the energy that you're around, the music that you're listening to, the programs that you're watching. Some of you may be disconnecting completely and totally from social media. Some of you may be disconnecting completely and totally from any kind of news. Maybe some of you are feeling like, I don't want to watch the news. I don't want to hear the news. I don't want to know about it. So I just feel like some of you are going through this toxic, um, like realization of like the toxicity that's been around you, and you're just completely and totally cutting it out. You're like, I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. And something about the Five of Wands coming in with the Ten of Swords makes me feel like some of you may be dealing with a person or a situation that's pushing you out of your character. So, that being said, it could be so low vibrational or so toxic that it's bringing out something about you that you don't like. You're like, I don't like the person that this situation is turning me into. I really don't like this version of myself. And so, some of you may be disconnecting or cutting off a person or situation because you feel like it's bringing out this evil twin of yours, that you're like, I don't like this version of me. You know, I know that I can be a powerful person. I know that I can really, like, make people look stupid, or, shut stuff down, but I don't like having to go there. I would rather be around people and situations that don't push me to be this way, that don't force me to go into Hulk mode, And so I feel like here there's a sense of disconnecting from people that are bringing out this inner nastiness. You're wanting peace. The next card that's coming up here for the collective, the Cancerian collective, is the Hermit, and this is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're in like a significant new chapter in our life. It's a defining moment, it's a significant crossroads, and so this is big energy that's going to be around for a while. Even though I'm setting the intention for a 7-day period of time, major arcana energy typically is not going to get wrapped up in 7 days. But the things that are happening in the next 7 days may be setting a series of events into motion. If you have a Virgo placement, there could be big, big changes, big, big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. This could also be like dealing with a Virgo. That might be a significant soulmate, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo in this process, in this shift that you're going through. Hermit could also be here like a desire to disconnect, to kind of recharge, to refuel, and to be away from other people. So, like I said, some of you are just feeling very tired, very drained, and you're maybe some of you are feeling it in the way where you want more alone time. The hermit spends time alone, but the hermit is not lonely. It's not like this sad emo time alone. It's like this, oh my gosh, I need some time to myself. I need some space. People are draining my energy. The hermit is not sad when the hermit is alone. The hermit is going to feel a sense of comfort, a sense of relief, a sense of renewal. And so some of you may be coming into a time where you're feeling like that little caterpillar going into the cocoon to rest and to complete your transformation. And then when the caterpillar comes out of the cocoon, it's now this beautiful butterfly, and it's going to go places and see things that the caterpillar could never even have dreamt of. So some of you are disconnecting and going through this shift, going through this energetic upgrade, going through this evolution that's going to take you to much higher vibrational situations. And it's starting by disconnecting. And I feel some of you have delayed this process because you've been waiting. You're like, oh, I'm going to find my soul family. I'm going to find my soul tribe, and then I'm going to be out of this situation. And some of you are like, okay, soul family, soul tribe, or not. I just don't want to be around this current energy anymore. And it's like you're disconnecting from the energy, you're ascending, you're evolving, and that's automatically picking you up and dropping you off, figuratively speaking, uh, but also seeing manifesting in your life this soul family coming in, or like this new tribe coming in, which is higher vibrational. And it's happening because you're disconnecting from the drama, you're disconnecting from the chaos. I feel some of you are dealing with a person that has a tendency to communicate their needs by throwing little fits or throwing little tantrums, and then like making you out to be the bad guy, like, for you to just like, oh, I'm sorry, or I didn't know, or how can I make it up to you? And you're over it. You're like, I don't want it in that way. Like, I would much rather deal with a person who can just tell me, hey, you seem really busy lately, and I'm feeling kind of lonely, and I would really like it if we can hang out or if we could talk. You're like, I just want somebody who's going to come up and tell me up front. I don't want these charades and these shenanigans and these big elaborate fights, and the person's picking a fight because they want attention or they want reassurance. If I'm not giving someone enough time or reassurance, I want the person to just tell me flat out, hey, I need more of your time, versus this big orchestrated disagreement and the fighting so we can make up. I just feel like there's this dynamic around some of you, and you're realizing it. You didn't realize it before, but you're realizing, oh, this is deliberate. This person's kind of like, doing this like in a planned way. And maybe you might even flat out tell that person, like, look, just tell me directly. We don't need to fight. We don't need to argue. But there could just be someone who's wanting you to just, oh my gosh, no, don't be sad, or don't be mad, or don't feel that way. And I just feel like you don't have the energy for it. The next card that's coming up here for the Cancerian collective is the Page of Cups, and this can be you in your beautiful water sign energy. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign, a fellow Cancerian, Pisces, or Scorpio. Now, the Page of Cups comes up for me a lot of the times in my readings when the heart chakra is opening up and we're opening up to receive. We are coming out of new moon energy. New moon energy is notorious for bringing things into our life. And so your heart may be opening to receive what's coming in. And when the heart starts to open up, it can feel overwhelming. We can feel very emotional. We can feel very overwhelmed. And so the Page of Cups reminds us, just, it's okay to go slow. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to rest. You don't have to feel like you got to push, 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 push. If receiving is feeling overwhelming, you can take a little bit of a break and turn your attention elsewhere, because sometimes it can be overwhelming to receive. The Page of Cups also tells me playfulness is very important for you right now. We have this Five of Wands. We have this Ten of Swords. We have this Hermit card. These are heavy hitter cards in terms of energy. So the energies are intense right now. There's powerful transformation and awakening that's happening for you. And the Page of Cups is saying you got to bring in that spoonful of sugar with all of this because it's intense. It's a lot. So make time for play, because the play is going to be what's helping you continue to raise the vibration and get through this change quickly and effortlessly and less painfully, because you're in the element of joy. So make time for play. The energies might be intense, there might be a lot going on, but it's really, really important that you make time to play in the coming week. I'd even say the next few weeks coming up. I thank you all for watching. You may want to watch your moon sign and rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign and rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a link in the description that will take you to the playlist so you can see the other videos. Also, there's a link in the description for the playlist for the 2023 forecasts. You might want to check that out and see what's coming up here for the collective in 2023 for the different signs. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you'll have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.